Any minute
I
now.
hit the button.
In the city's vibrant, pulsating night, neon lights on loud, masks conceal the truth, and whispers reveal secrets. Crystal balls spin mysteries, fortune tellers weave cosmic tales, and truth is tangled in electric threads. The masquerade unfolds, colors clash and neon hearts guide us through the crowded glow. Fireworks explode in our minds, hidden codes wait to be found, and every flash reveals what's underneath. Memories haunt us, light bulbs flicker, and shadows linger. The curtain rises, lights ignite the scene, and the stage burns under fiery skies. The show must go on, we'll take the chaos and find our way through every stumble. No mask can hide the fire in our eyes. We're spinning stories under open skies, and when the music fades, we'll still be standing. Curtains draw open, lights ablaze, magic whispers through the night, as masks and dreams converge in spectacular display. Shadows dance, voices enthrall, crystal balls reveal secret signs, threads of fate entwined in tangled lines. The reactor twist unknown, on a stage of stars where dreams unfold. The show must shine bright through chaos and strife, every spark a tale to tell, a symphony of rebellion. Drums beat like hearts of fire, scripts burn with raw desire. Books of untold stories, pages turning brave and bold. Spotlight calls never fading, through reefs of faith and masquerades. We've seen a gamble, each step a leap, dreams awaken where we sleep. Lights dim but hearts ignite, curtains rise to greet the night. We stumble, trip but never fall, the show goes on, we give it all. Raise the roof, shout aloud, through darkness we face the crowd. Dreams collide, we paint the stage with every scar. Each misstep makes us who we are. Script is torn, lines blurred, but every voice will still be heard. No rewind, no second take, we build the magic we won't break. Applause fades, but hearts soar, we'll leave them begging for more. Through every storm, every dawn, the show must go on and on.
Hi.
Greetings from South Carolina.
Hello. Yeah, a place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
You know, of all the streams I go on, this one has the best opening.
I have to agree with that 100%.
All right. Well,
absolutely amazing opening, and I don't think it played on my stream because it said while I was waiting, it failed to play. So for those of you watching replay and get 3.5 minutes of black screen, I apologize. I think
it's still around.
I think it's this new format that we're having forced down our throats because it played in the portrait but wouldn't play in the landscape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I tried to, take that off and somehow it just pops back up. Look, StreamYard, stop messing things up. Thank you.
No.
I tried.
That's the problem with everything in this country. They keep trying to fix things that's not broke. They think they're making them better, but they're making them worse.
Right, yeah, I know. It was so functional before in the one format. It was really great. It was easy to use. It didn't mess up, and I didn't see Tug's face like this.
And Tug, you raise a very valid point. For those of you who are watching through my channel, did Sarah's magnificent opening actually play, or was it black screen? Please enter in the comments below or on the side. On the side. Because maybe it played on the live and just not on my screen. You know what I'm saying?
You're assuming somebody's actually watching on your channel.
Oh.
Oh,
I know Emily's over there.
Well, you can tell there's a little link.
Right.
If they're actually watching on your platform personally, if they're watching on somebody else's, that link doesn't show.
Anyways,
Emily says she saw
Emily,
it. So.
she said
All right.
so. It may just be in my backstage, but anyway.
okay,
Speaking of
'cause
which,
on my end, everything looks normal. So
should I say some hellos, Sarah?
yes, please. You got the
I'll
voice for it.
start with Miss Emily because she just made her presence known. Hello, Emily. What you mean? How you doing? Dan, the breaking news man, is here. Dan, so good to see you. Mr. Tony of the Dead, welcome to the show. Shane, so good to see you. Again today, thank you. Gary Carpenter's back. Hello, Mr. Gary. He's back. Keep It Simple Survival is with us. Mushroom Manny is with us. Hello, Mushroom Manny. Welcome to the party. And Lance Javen is here. Hello, Lance. Good to see you, my brother. And I believe I've gotten everyone except, of course, for us.
Well,
we all know
Snarky's
where
here.
Snark and Christopher.
Oh,
Wilkinson.
Snarky. I'm so snarky. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
And then,
She was
you know,
actually the first
and then-
comment in the comment. I didn't get all
Yes,
of them.
and Kenneth. Kenneth is here. and-
Christopher, good to see you,
Mr.
Christopher.
Wilkinson.
I know.
And
God.
if I missed anyone else, I do apologize. As I said, Saren at we, good to see you as well. And I'll keep an eye out if I miss anyone else or if someone else pops in, I'll be sure to say hi.
you see,
All
like,
right.
Form is content. Form is content. Just showed
see,
up.
I just go greetings from South Carolina, and I think everybody knows that covers everybody I'm talking to. Everyone. Oh, I'm done.
All right. Well, yeah.
That's
So-
it.
There's certain
Well-
names that are just fun to say, like Snarky is just fun to say, or Waj or Brogu. You know, those are just fun to say. So you have to greet
Mushroom
them out.
Manny's fun to say too.
True.
Yeah. There you go. All right. So Pons is the one that came up with the topic today. Weird Thanksgiving stories. So we don't know. So Pons, start us off.
Really? Because I was hoping you guys would have some.
Tough, man.
Yeah, how are we supposed to know?
My most exciting Thanksgiving story would involve how long the nap was after dinner before the parade.
It's like remember that scene in Eraserhead where they're eating the little birds, the little yeah. You can think of that as a Thanksgiving story. Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, my birds eat turkey, so you know.
Did you and our daughter have? Well, we all know what that.
Oh my!
I really like Eraserhead. I think it's an amazing movie. It's about as coherent as a fever dream, but
Oh,
it's a
this is my
great movie.
favorite.
I really love it.
It's basically just about like parental anxiety. I mean, that's all it really is. But like, it's so abstract and disturbing. You've got a women with giant cheeks living in a radiator singing everything is fine and like,
Everything is
giant
fine.
sperm monsters falling on the stage. It's so weird.
And they actually use his head to make erasers at one point.
Yeah.
well,
They
yeah,
actually title drop. They actually use his head to make erasers. You know,
that's clever
but yeah,
marketing.
and the woman in the radiator, she actually it's like a 1930s cabaret act.
Yeah,
like, you know, it's weird. It's so surreal. And the man who controls they call him the man who controls the moon or something or other. That was Sissy Spacek's husband. Little trivia
Really?
for you.
I did not know that. I do like trivia.
When
Well, yeah.
I'm a wealth of that. But yeah, apparently before his first child was born, he was suffering from bizarre anxiety and was getting these stress dreams. And as a catharsis, he decided to write some of them down, and that actually turned into Eraserhead.
That's
Makes perfect sense.
great. Yeah, I mean, make money out of your dreams. That's cool.
It worked for Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. Yes, hello, Dolly. The best I can do on such short notice. You know, he was
All right.
supposed to be the emperor in Hodorowski's.
Oh, yeah. I did know that, actually. Which is awesome.
You know?
Everything
right.
about Hodorowski's doing is like, what? Really?
Wow.
Crazy. Hodorowski was amazing. He too was something of a woo.
He was out there, yeah.
but he made some great films.
Tony wants you to keep singing, Pons. All right.
Really?
That's
What are
he
things
said.
I've never heard ever?
He might have a fever dream going on. I don't know.
Although Mama Thresh swears before God, I guess when I was in chorus when I was a kid, it didn't last long. Before my voice changed, I guess I had a very nice singing voice. When it changed, it never came back. But when it was of a much higher register, I guess I could sing. But them days are gone. Yeah. Now he's tone deaf. Yeah.
Well, you'll be happy to know I've never been able to sing. So there you go. Isn't that great?
Yeah, I must confess my weird Thanksgiving story shtick was really just a shot in the dark. I really couldn't think of none. I figured everyone I talked to, they couldn't think of anything either. Thanksgiving doesn't really loan itself to bizarreness, but
Well, I mean, I was going to say there was the Addams Family. That took the second movie took place during Thanksgiving. They had that wonderful play. You know, where the kids burned down the camp. It was great.
Eat me.
I forgot about that. I was trying to think about a really good Thanksgiving movie to talk about, and all I could come up with was one about a giant mutant turkey that was killing everybody.
Thanksgiving.
And almost every Thanksgiving movie you look up winds up being a Lifetime movie, and who wants to talk about them?
Well, there's Freebirds, the time traveling turkeys.
Yeah, that was good. That was actually a fun
movie.
movie. Yeah. I look back upon that fondly, and then that's where it stops.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a great movie too.
Oh yeah, okay. So there's three then.
Yeah.
There's three.
I had always wished John Candy and Steve Martin had made more movies
I
together.
thought that was a Christmas movie.
No, it's Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, he had to make it home for Thanksgiving, and he got picked up by his. Well, anyways, we don't need to talk about that. And that's why he could still sing.
I really couldn't stand that movie for some reason.
Oh, well. Yeah. It's like it's a feel good movie. He's like, I can't.
I think it was where he woke up with his hands between two pillows.
Oh yeah, that was like one of my favorite scenes. So I was like, oh yeah, what? How about them bears?
The irony is that Steve Martin went on to do many, many, many projects with Martin Short, and Martin Short and John Candy were both from that whole C3 TV shtick, you know. So there was some connection there. But yeah, that was the only movie the two of them did together was Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and I thought they were amazing.
Oh yeah, that's a fun movie. Too bad Dan doesn't like it.
Yeah.
The rest of us are gonna go have fun.
I've always had a weakness for road movies. I think that the road movie is just such a great template. You can use it for everything. You can use it for drama. You can use it for comedy. You can action, sci-fi, horror. All really amazing English sci-fi in the last 50 years has really been a road movie, but with a sci-fi horror backdrop. You know, and it's funny if you look at it, you go, oh yeah, 28 Days Later, the first one, it's a road movie. You know, they're basically getting to the castle, as it were. You know,
yeah.
If you use that terminology, then basically going anywhere is a bad idea.
Yeah,
well, isn't it? That's why I don't go anywhere.
I don't
except for caves.
Remember, it's always about the journey. That's the point. It's always about the journey.
My one horrible Thanksgiving story that I'm not going to tell takes place the one time I went somewhere on Thanksgiving. There you go.
Oh, well,
yeah, we heard about it backstage. No, we don't have to.
I don't want to bum everybody's Thanksgiving out.
But
We'll have to do another show for Therapy Hour with Dan. That'll be great.
Listen to all of Dan's
I know
crazy
some of
life
those
stories.
The audience would be
We could watch Road Warrior. That was so cool.
oh, Braidwood is in here. How did I miss Braidwood in? Braidwood in. Hello.
Because
I
don't
think
know.
I'm getting some of these comments late or something. I think,
I don't
Face
know.
the Ace. Hello,
Yeah,
Face
he just
the
popped
Ace.
in. Yes. It's good to see everybody. Now, okay, so Pons, continue.
With what?
Your topic.
Oh. Well, it's so funny. How often have we had a topic and we all just get off on a tangent, never actually talk about the topic? The one time people seem to focus on the topic is when we don't have anything to talk about the topic.
Well,
Okay,
we just want to know what you were on when you created it. That's all.
I got
Bourbon?
what I got. And my mother, Mama Thrash, is not gonna like me. She always kind of rolls her eyes when I tell this one. But when I was a kid, I was a very fussy eater when I was a child. You might find this hard to believe because now I eat virtually anything, but I was a very fussy eater when I was a child. And I remember for a while, like my aunt would actually make me hot dogs. She'd like boil a couple hot dogs on the side during holiday dinners because I didn't like, baked ham or stuff like that. But I liked turkey. I'm a turkey fanatic. And I remember one year I would always look forward to Thanksgiving turkey. And one year we'd come up and I forget what I don't know. I said something. I don't know if I said, can I carve the turkey this year or whatever. Some other turkey came up. And my aunt is one of those people who she always wants to impress the Joneses, one of those types.
Right.
We're not common. We're not basic. We have to show that we're cutting edge. We're trendy.
I'm always trying to avoid the Joneses. Wow.
They'd be the Sneetches that had the stars, that type of thing. And anyway, I asked about the turkey, and she goes, "Oh, we don't do turkey on Thanksgiving anymore." And I went, "Huh?" And they, that's the new thing now. You don't do turkey on Thanksgiving. You do a roast on Thanksgiving. Then you look forward to the Thanksgiving turkey. And I'm like, why the frig can't you just have two turkeys?
Yeah, right?
Oh, we're not having turkey on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that would be helpful and wonderful.
So it was a very nice roast in her defense, but it wasn't turkey.
Oh, see, I thought it was going to go a different direction. I thought you meant roast as in you were going to roast the turkey as in make fun of it, right?
Oh no, it was like a big roast, like rump roast, like a side roast.
Yeah, no, I figured out you were still just talking about food the whole time. I was way off. I don't know, just thought it was going to be a roast about a turkey.
Yeah,
right?
my family, like my wife and my son, they're not like huge turkey eaters. They could care less about turkey, and they've tried to convince me year after year to just have Thanksgiving without turkey. I can't do it. I just can't. It's not Thanksgiving without turkey.
I agree. And I only like dark meat, so.
It's all right. You made me think of another. That's funny. I remember now. My grandparents lived in Plymouth, which I always thought was slick when I was a kid growing up, because Plymouth, of course, is, as you know, the site of our nation's first Thanksgiving. So me getting to go to Plymouth on Thanksgiving, it would be like going to Washington for 4th of July. I felt like I was like really in the heart of it. And they always put on a magnificent spread because my father actually had 8 brothers and sisters. So it was a huge family. And a lot of them actually lived in the Plymouth area. A lot came from other states. Like my father came from out of town. But it was always this huge, huge, huge family like banquet type thing. But with so many people eating the turkey and a turkey only having 2 legs, and Daddy Graham's always got one of them. He's the one that it reminded me of Burl Ives if he was doing a Jimmy Stewart impression. No, Robbie, come here, talk to Daddy Graham. And they love the man to death. Wacky is cheese doodles, but you really. But anyway, he got one drumstick, so someone else got the other one. In 1 year, I got to get the drumstick, and it's like, ooh, he's giving Robbie the drumstick, and I didn't like it. It was dark meat. I only like light meat. But I had to eat it. I took a few bites and then very discreetly gave it to one of my uncles who really wanted it. But I'm the opposite. I always like light.
I want to say hi to Majestic13. That's Tim's new channel that he's going to be starting up. So make sure you all subscribe to that as well. All right.
Majestic. And Brogu. Welcome, Brogu. Good to see you, my brother.
Yes.
I suppose I could tell the sad tale of Mr. Gobbles.
Please.
We are all
Your
ears for
childhood
that.
pet turkey.
You can pretty much guess how it comes out. Because in my
Delicious.
youth, I would go to the farm that belonged to my Papa Adger and Aunt Eunice, my aunt and uncle. And they had
You
this
had an
big-
actual Aunt Eunice? That's such
I'd
a
spend
cliche.
every summer helping on their farm, milking cows and feeding chickens and tending to the goats and just having
Sounds
fun
horrible.
all summer, because that's really how I wanted to spend my summer as a child. Yeah. And on that farm they had every animal you could imagine, man.
E-I-E-I-O.
But there was only one turkey. They had a bunch of chickens. They had a couple of roosters, and they had this one little turkey. And his name was Mr. Gobbles. I'd go up, I'd feed the chickens, feed Mr. Gobbles the turkey. And every year, Mr. Gobbles got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger over the years. And Mr. Gobbles weighed about 40 pounds, man. And one year,
Right, keep feeding them.
Mr. Gobbles kind of got old, and I guess Mr. Gobbles was getting a little senile because he kept trying to mate with the roosters. So my uncle had to make Thanksgiving dinner out of Mr. Gobbles. That was the only year I didn't eat no turkey.
All right. Well, that gobble fat turkeys are we? We're not here for a living. We're here for Thanksgiving. All right. So that's a great
Mr.
story.
Gobbles didn't stay till he crossed the line, though.
That's crazy. Hi, Tracy. Glad to see you. All right. So, Tug, let's hear all your Thanksgiving story treats. Whatever.
I don't have a lot of Thanksgiving stories, especially like in my adult life. Like it's just me and my wife and my son. And it's great.
Oh.
I love it, but it's nice and quiet. Nothing weird happens.
That's so sad. Wow.
It's fantastic. It's awesome. Growing up, I do have a big extended family. So when I was growing up, when we would have Thanksgiving, it would be a whole lot of people. And there was one year where my cousin's husband, who is actually from Italy, and is a chef, would make like a Thanksgiving lasagna, which is a tradition that I didn't know existed. But now Thanksgiving lasagna, come on, I gotta have a lasagna at Thanksgiving. That's great. As if I need more food.
Well, yeah, duh. Especially lasagna. I mean,
one of the best Thanksgiving meals I ever ate. One of my best friends from college, who's from Lawrence, Massachusetts, and I forget how. I think my mother was actually out of the country, which is the only reason why I wouldn't have Thanksgiving with her when I was in college. But somehow I ended up at my buddy John's for Thanksgiving, and they were, of course, were Italian, and in addition to the best turkey and all the other traditional, the stuffing and potatoes and all, the best turkey I ever had, they had lasagna and meatballs and like other Italian. It was like the best of both worlds. And I think I literally exploded before the dinner was over.
You see, I can't say it was the best of both worlds at my cousin's house because my cousin was into this weird traditional family recipe for gravy and stuffing, both of which had raisins in them. So
why?
Ooh, it's just not pleasant. So I would eat the lasagna and I'm saying that looks nice, and then just not eat the turkey or anything else. Just eat the lasagna.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, gross. Why would you? What? Why? What?
I don't know.
Okay,
That
I've
tradition is
seen.
dying with her.
I don't
None of us are
like-
doing it.
Right. I don't like stuffing to begin with. Right. You throw raisins in there, I'm still not going to eat it. Right. But then you put raisins in gravy, I'm going to question your sanity and probably call somebody to get you some help. Why would you put gravy and raisins together ever?
I 100% agree with you.
You know what? Get her on the show too. We can discuss that fixation with her. It'd be great.
The only time I ever saw raisins on a holiday table in my family ever was it'd be in like a sweet potato pie or a pumpkin pie and have
I've
some
seen that, yeah.
watermelons on top of it or something. But that was the only way you saw raisins, man.
Well, yeah, that's more acceptable than, I don't know, gravy.
But we did. But because I'm from a predominantly Italian family, they would be turkey and dressing and all the traditional stuff when I was young. But they would also be some baked spaghetti and some lasagna and some meatballs with that red Italian heartburn sauce on it.
Hey, no.
I don't know what you call that red sauce they put on the meatballs, but that stuff will burn.
Marinara.
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 Boy, that stuff's horrible. That stuff don't work well with old stomachs now.
Well, yeah, the acid.
Yeah.
Very acidic.
As I've got older, I have to be a little more careful about what I eat. Like tonight, when I had lasagna, as much as I enjoyed it, it involved drinking a half a gallon of milk afterward.
Well, I mean, I just found out recently that, you know, I'm allergic to rice. I've been eating rice. Yeah. And I've been having all the same symptoms, but just not as severe as when I ate buckwheat. And so I went and looked it up.
What happened to buckwheat? I always wondered.
Yeah, well, it was awful. Don't eat buckwheat.
Oh,
It'll kill you.
Well, I can make a really bad Little Rascals joke, but
That's exactly where I was going with that.
Yeah. Anyways,
it about come out my mouth like Tourette's, boy.
that show was yesterday. The dad joke off. That was yesterday. So sorry.
And hello, Sean. And yes, have you guys ever had Fra Diavolo sauce?
I have not,
Diavolo.
but I did have a roommate who lived by the stuff. He loved it. Yeah.
It's an Italian red sauce, but they put a lot of red pepper in it. It actually crosses over into Mexican cuisine. It's so hot.
Just thinking about it, brother.
It translates to brother devil.
Yeah.
He was an Italian partisan during the Napoleonic Wars. He killed so many French officers, they named him Brother Devil. And when the war was over, they named a sauce after him, Fra Diavolo.
Right. I just got to put something out here real quick. Emily, you're absolutely right. And that's how I discovered I was allergic to buckwheat when my throat closed up.
That'll do it.
And then there's like extreme pain, and then there was all kinds of other problems we don't need to get into. Anyways, look it up. It's terrible.
Oh, and commiserations, Chris, to you and your father and your brother, actually, to your family for your loss. I'm very sorry.
Yeah. And also commiserations to you, Sarah, for being allergic to rice. I don't know how it would survive.
Yeah, so like mind you now, I'm part Chinese, so eating rice was heavily into my diet my whole life, right? So, but recently when I moved here, my brother and mom were like, we have rice piles of it every meal, and I'm like, why? Oh God, I'm dying. Anyway, so yeah, that was awful.
I do have to severely limit my rice intake because diabetes, but like I couldn't live without it entirely. That would
like
suck.
That. It sucks too because I love Chinese food and I love sushi.
If you knew sushi like I knew sushi.
It's been a little bit depressing, but I'm like finally starting to feel better from being poisoned for like over a year on rice. So yeah. Anyways.
It's funny you mentioned that, Sarah. There are a lot of times I have a theory that like for the people who don't like certain foods or if it just makes them feel kind of blah, I think some people might have a mild allergy to something. Like, for example, someone once suggested that I actually have a mild seafood allergy. Because I don't die from eating it, which is a severe seafood allergy, but I can't, whenever I eat it, I'm like, and some people say that's your body's way of saying, don't eat that. It's not good for you.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I wonder. I wonder if it's
definitely a part of it. Yeah. I mean, like the first time I encountered the buckwheat, right? It was bad. But every time since then, I've been poisoned by it. It's gotten worse and worse. Right. The last time my throat was closing up really bad, but it was still during COVID time. So I was like, I would probably just die in the hallway. So I just took like a bottle of Benadryl and then laid down with, I made it.
What a sad story. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah, it's terrible. My cheeks like split open on the inside. It's awful. It's
Look,
like
let's
a
pretend
horror
we're-
movie.
Make a great Thanksgiving horror story. So yeah, that happened on Thanksgiving, right, guys?
But yes,
Actually,
Broger, brown rice is better for diabetics, and I do eat brown rice. I do like brown rice. I just white rice. There's no replacing white rice. It's not the same.
I used
You
to
know, I'm
call
really
brown
sad.
rice whole wheat rice.
I'm really sad I had to look up what buckwheat was.
Eh,
My father-in-law makes some killer buckwheat pancakes. He's all
Yeah.
hippy dippy, almost plain old vegan, almost.
that's terrible.
and he makes
Anyways,
amazing pancakes.
yeah, that's another thing too. Like I can't eat gluten-free stuff because a lot of gluten-free stuff has buckwheat in it, and I know that because my dad bought bread one time and then I nearly died. It was terrible.
You know, it's messed up. It's messed up. Up until we did this show tonight, I thought buckwheat was a character on an old TV show.
It can be both.
Yeah, well,
He
I
was
didn't
always
know
it's
it
kind of like
favorite.
until I saw Star Trek Generations, I didn't realize dillweed was an actual thing. I thought it was just a Beavis and Butthead insult.
Chef, you are not okay.
I mean, I am now, but I wasn't then.
Uh, yes.
Oh, and my son, when he gets like Chinese food at his like school lunch, he tells me every single time it's not rice, it's that riced cauliflower stuff, and that's like a sin, a crime against nature. That's not.
Oh
rice.
yeah, look, cauliflower is evil. I mean, it might as well kill me. It kills my taste buds.
Ugh.
Taste buds go, ew. Everybody's like, no, I can make it taste good. No, you
No,
can't.
you can't. It's
No,
cauliflower.
you can't. It's cauliflower, right? Yeah, it's like people go, I
Tasting
can
bad is an intrinsic quality.
right. And then people go, I can make eggplant taste good. I'm like, no, you can't.
No, with a good
Oh,
marinara sauce. I
No.
love eggplant parmesan.
No,
Or baba ganoush. I'll eat some baba ganoush and stuff.
no.
If you bread it enough like cheese and stuff, it's actually. But again,
It doesn't
if you
really
don't
taste like anything. It tastes like breading and marinara sauce. Yeah.
Yeah, well, gross. Anyways, I like mozzarella sticks. That's good. Okay.
Mrs.
Yeah.
Thrash says hi.
Hi,
I heard
Mrs.
from
Flash.
Yeah, she's doing your hair thing, by the way. It looks very fetching.
Well, we didn't see it.
She has this really cool hat. It looks like a Ramesses from the Ten Commandments. You know, Moses.
Oh my. Yeah, that's something that used to always be on the TV back in the day was the Ten Commandments. Like every time like Thanksgiving would happen, it was like marathons on every channel. You're like, yeah. I guess we're watching this again.
And pre-horror movie icon Vincent Price is in it.
Yep.
I always loved that when I was a kid because by the time I saw it for the first time, I knew Vincent Price from all those horror movies. But it was before he became a horror movie icon. He didn't even have a mustache at the time. It was a mustache.
Wow. No wonder I didn't recognize him.
I was watching a Vincent Price movie right before I came out here and got on the stream. Something I think it was called Madhouse.
Oh.
It's a madhouse. That's Planet of the Apes.
Pretty raunchy.
Charlton Heston was also in.
I am currently working on a video on Beneath the Planet of the Apes. So
Oh.
You didn't have a video come out today, Tug, and it threw my whole day off. I kept looking for one to pop up.
yeah, I've been getting a lot of complaints. I might wind up going back to Sundays, but I was just
Crazy.
trying out something new just to see how the algorithm.
No,
would
you
take
know, people get used to so I'm really used to every Sunday after our stream going and doing something for a few minutes and getting a drink or something and coming back and sitting down and like 30 minutes later I'm watching your video.
it. It'll come back
I feel like
eventually.
my whole Sunday's just off kilter.
Give it a couple more weeks. It will go back to Sundays. I think it's going to work that way.
Oh, and
Oh,
Emily,
wow.
I'm sorry. I've begged Mrs. Thrash to do a special show with you, by the way, and she won't do it. She's too private. She'll always be off camera. She'll interact as like she does, where she kind of just like, talks to me off camera. But
maybe she should wear like a big mask or something. It would make her feel more comfortable.
What you should do, Pons, is make a Pons mask and then have her wear it and then have everybody guess who's the real you.
that sounds creepy.
I know, but you do it anyway.
Yeah. Hun, wear a mask of me.
She'd probably be down for it too. She's like, I've always wanted to. You never
If
know.
she was, I'd leave.
She's a little Hannibal Lecter. What? It's no big deal. It's a great movie.
Oh,
You're going to wear
mercy.
somebody's face?
Mercy. Oh, and speaking of Wizard of Oz, as they are in the chat, yes, the Wizard of Oz was a huge one of those holiday movie traditions back when network TV had holiday traditions. With the sequel to Wicked, what is the appropriate nomenclature for a sequel to a prequel? Mrs. Thrash says it's an equal.
Oh, I would have said just don't make it, and then we don't have to worry about it.
But there's a sequel to Wicked, which is a sequel to Wicked, but a prequel still to Wizard of Oz.
Apparently, the events of Wizard of Oz do happen in Wicked Part 2.
Oh, I did not know that.
Well, look, I couldn't get past Wicked at all, and I will not.
Everything I know about Wicked, I know against my will. So,
wow, let's see, my will is stronger. No, I put it on. I was like, well, this looks like it's going to be. Oh yeah, that's awful. I'm out of that.
Just show the hat. She's left the room. What do you want?
Yeah.
Mercy.
And I don't know what's up with those two actresses who are in Wicked, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. They need to eat a Thanksgiving meal, man. They look like Holocaust victims. It's kind of creepy.
Terrible.
I'm not kidding.
And has Ariana Grande had like really bad plastic surgery? She looks like she's wearing an Ariana Grande mask. It's like
they're not like human beings anymore. Yeah.
You know, it's like
they've like joined some weird Hollywood cult or something. I don't know.
Uh-oh. Sounds like they're with the lizard people having that adrenochrome. Yeah, we're gonna have
no. They got Harvey Weinstein. It's okay.
Well, I still need that adrenochrome.
We weren't body shaming. We're making fun of Hollywood celebrities. There's a difference. But I'm sorry.
I'm actually concerned about them. Like watching interviews with them, they don't seem healthy. It doesn't look right.
Yeah. Well.
But no, Emily, you're right. We weren't trying to body shame them.
No, I'm not trying to body shame.
I don't body shame anybody. Or if I do, it's like I don't know, Dave Chappelle telling a black joke. It's like, you know, it's from the same side. It's like, you know.
Well, I make fun
again, Emily, I apologize. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
They're lizard people.
I heard about those lot lizards. They're crazy.
I'm running a book to see who's actually, in fact, a lizard. Yeah. But again, that might be body shaming, so I'll just drop it.
Ooh. All right.
Don't look at me. I got no moral compass. I'll make fun of anybody for anything.
That's true.
Dude, I have been known to crack jokes, make memes. It's true. And Dan gets them sometimes. Like, Dan, can I publicly put this out? And he's like, no, you cannot. It's terrible. Him and those memes. There was this. Oh, never mind.
No, keep going. That's all, folks.
If you ever I'll let her put it out.
Well, yeah, it's just lately he's just like, nah, I can't do that. Yeah, well, look, I think they're good. Other people would think they're good. Pons is the easiest one to put memes on, though. He just always got those frozen faces. They're so cute. They're adorable. Sometimes they're disapproving. Sometimes they're just joyful. Other times they're confused. This is good.
So,
all right.
So changing the subject.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Wait, what?
God bless us all, everyone.
That's Christmas.
Right, it is. I was like, that doesn't seem right. That's right.
Just want to see if you're paying attention. Miley Cyrus is an Avatar. The new one.
Know, the more I think about it, Thanksgiving is the boringest freaking days of the year. You eat so much you barely can move. You sit in a chair, lay on the couch watching TV till you pass out. What does anybody really do on Thanksgiving? Does people get out and go places? I've never been.
We used to have a tradition where afterwards, my grandfather used to like to take a long walk after he ate, so we'd go into the little foresty area behind their house and we would hunt for snipe.
Of course, going snipe hunting. Yes.
We did. We went snipe hunting.
Wesley snipe hunting? What?
No, just,
Well,
just
that you have to ice skate uphill for that. That's really hard.
Oh, that sounds
garden
difficult.
variety snipe. Never found one. I always get pissed because we never found one. It was a while before I got the joke, apparently. But,
Is that a Harry Potter thing or something?
In my younger days, when I was a kid, my grandfather would take us hunting the week before Thanksgiving to bag the Thanksgiving Day bird and stuff. You know, we'd hunt the wild turkeys.
we have those here.
Yeah.
Mm.
But that's back
I
when
buy
was
them
a
at the
kid,
liquor store.
hunting and stuff.
What about-
That's the funny thing is, remember the turkey show, the Thanksgiving show on WKRP, Turkeys Are Way.
Well, of course, yeah.
And he says, "By God, I thought turkeys could fly. Wild turkeys can fly. Well, you don't overfeed them so that their body mass to wingspan ratio renders it impossible. But wild turkeys fly. In
Yeah.
fact, I was actually pulling my car at once, and what I thought was a small pterodactyl flew behind it, and I stopped, and it was a turkey.
Well, all turkeys are very mean birds, so beware of that. You think a goose is mean? Turkeys are that plus more weight behind them. Okay, wild turkeys are a lot of fun. Okay, they're out here in this area up there at the observatory, whatever that's called these days. I forgot. Anyways, but out there, tons of them everywhere. It's awesome.
We have wild turkeys here, and we have Canadian geese here, and I would take a turkey any day of the week before I take on a Canadian goose, man. Those things kill you.
Well, yeah, so a turkey. I mean, I've seen them attacking people in the streets. They're like on a motorcycle and they're attacking the leg, and it's a red light. You can't go anywhere, and you're trying to kick the bird away, and you don't want to tip over. It's a lot of fun. You don't see a goose doing that.
Wild
geese-
turkey actually tastes better than butterballs or regular turkey. It's not gamey like you would think. It's more of a natural turkey flavor. But I prefer the wild turkey that comes in a bottle.
You know,
No doubt.
the wild turkeys and then the Canadian geese around here have turf wars. They both like the
I can
same
totally
fields,
see it.
and you'll see
Crips
like
and
them.
Bloods.
They will, like,
Birds are
Usually the
gangster, I
turkeys
told
win.
you.
Walking down the street going, I'm a jet, yeah.
When you're a jet all the way. Oh no, I was supposed to, huh? West Side Story is great.
a car lot lizard. That's a new one.
You know, but 25 years ago,
Things were much better.
you saw wild turkeys all the time here. And now I hardly ever see one anymore.
They were almost non-existent here 25 years ago, and now, like, literally, you see them a flock of like once every other week. You
Yeah,
know?
up
You
north.
don't even notice them anymore.
They all headed north because these hillbillies down here were trying to eat them all.
They probably followed the coy wolves. You know, they were like, no coy wolf. I remember I was driving to an interview somewhere in this like real rural part of Cape Cod, as opposed to the overly developed parts of Cape Cod. But no, I was out in the sticks, and I saw my first coyote, and I go, oh, that's cute. They are around here. Since then, they've like taken the place over. You know, every time look, a stray dog. No, that's a coyote. You know, it's like they're all over
I
the
thought
place.
you lived
now.
on an island, man.
I do.
How the hell you get coyotes on an island, man? When they swim?
Opinion is divided. It's funny you asked that. There's two working theories. One, there about 30 years ago, there was this really, really, really cold winter, and the Cape Cod Canal actually froze over. And a lot of animals that aren't indigenous to Cape Cod scurried across the ice and then set up shop on Cape Cod. Another theory is if it's really, there's a couple bridges that go over the canal, because that's the only thing that really separates us from the mainland. At like 4 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, when there's nothing going on, they think some of these animals may have just kind of gone across the bridge when there's not a lot of traffic that would frighten them away. Those are the two working theories.
Okay.
But they're here.
That's crazy. We got a lot of coyotes around here all the time. They come out. Sometimes you see them out during the day. Sometimes you see them out at night. And then you hear a lot of them hipping and yowling, you know, because we got the wineries behind us that way and towns over there. But, you know, it doesn't matter. It's got a lot of unincorporated, undeveloped areas and stuff, you know. So There's tons
We
of
don't see
coyotes out
too
here.
many coyotes around here because the wolves kill them because they're competition.
Yeah, we don't have any wolves out here. We have cars though.
St. Louis is nowhere near the border, so we don't get coyotes around here.
Oh, that's too bad. They're a lot of fun. Sometimes you wake up and your animals are all eaten and dug up out of their graves, and then, that was a carnage night. Anyways, happy Thanksgiving.
There was a great video on Facebook a week or so ago
Mhm.
where it was legit. This guy was stuck in traffic, and while he was stuck, a coyote was chasing "Are you sitting down?" a roadrunner.
Oh, yeah, I saw that video.
Funniest thing.
Excellent.
I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I was
I
out
didn't-
driving in the dirt, off-roading. That's what it's called, off-roading. And there was a roadrunner right in front of me, and I didn't have my phone set up to record. And I was like, I'm missing content. So I chased them till he ran away. It was fun.
What movie do you guys look like looking at Thanksgiving and Christmas time?
Like I said, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is probably the best Thanksgiving movie. But as far as Christmas goes, I don't know. Purist, The Christmas Carol. Alistair Sims preferred.
I got a lot better Christmas stories than I do Thanksgiving.
At this point, we'll take it.
Everybody,
You know?
everybody tends to be a lot more drunker and rowdier around Christmas.
Whereas on
Well-
Thanksgiving, you can't be rowdy because you're way down.
Too much tryptophan.
Exactly. That
You are-
tryptophan.
And then I got a bunch of New Year's and New Year's Eve stories I probably shouldn't tell on an open format.
Yeah, well, me too. I may have experienced life in some different places. It's crazy.
Oh, and yes, Emily, you're correct.
Life. Don't
By
touch-
and large, coyotes do not bother people. They're actually skittish around us. They have no reason to bother us because we're not their normal source of food. They're fully capable of taking down a person. A small pack of them will take down a deer, and anything that can take down a deer can take down a person. But on Cape Cod, there's only been one documented case of someone being attacked by a coyote, and it's. I'm not gonna say it's a cute story, but it was almost like it was an accident. Did I miss something?
You said it was a cute story, and I almost choked on my liquid while you said that. I was like, somebody's dead. It's not a cute story. I'm like, oh, okay.
No one died. What happened was it was a kid. Kid ran out of his backyard after his dog. The dog was in the backyard. The coyote was going after the dog. The kid ran out, and the coyote got confused and bit the kid by mistake. The kid is fine, but it's not like he wasn't like eaten by the coyote. So what I'm saying is, it's not like a sad story where someone was actually killed by one.
It's not like a dingo story. Yeah.
Not like it was
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
All
It
right.
ain't like
All right.
a dingo, man. If it had been a dingo, it would have stole the baby.
Yeah.
That really happened. They made fun
Yeah.
of that poor woman for years, and then they proved it really happened.
She spent 8 years in prison.
I know.
8, and her marriage failed. She was a pariah. They
Ruined
called the
her
woman
life.
pariah. You know,
And
it
people
was
made fun of
terrible.
her and still joke about it to this day, but it really freaking happened.
Well, you know, and I'm not playing devil's advocate. You know, there's one theory. Even though she's been exonerated, they say, "Oh, well, she killed the baby, and the dingo took the remains." Dude, at what point are you going to believe this poor woman?
Exactly,
You know?
right.
You
You
know,
make fun if you want to, but dingoes can be really, really temperamental and dangerous. I have one.
Anything that lives in Australia is dangerous. Anything.
And you can
Particularly
see,
the people.
You can see videos.
Including the
You can see
people.
videos of the
Mel
dingo
Gibson.
on the My Cool Dog channel.
dingo. Huh? Yours looks more like a lab. It's a lab
I'm
experiment.
not talking about the black dog. I'm talking about the dingo.
You have an actual dingo.
A dingo, yeah, a bloody dingo.
You're
You
putting
haven't
me
seen
on.
videos of the dingo?
No,
Of course, you don't watch my channel. Why should he?
Oh.
I do, but I don't recall a dingo. I've seen a couple of dogs.
Yeah.
One of them's an
To
actual
be fair, I
dingo.
don't think I've seen a
Well,
dingo on
actually,
your
I-
channel either.
Well, a half dingo. Half dingo. and half
I've seen your other
mostly
dog.
dingo.
I've seen your other dog, but I didn't know it was a dingo. You know,
But it's
Okay.
mostly dingo.
I'll take your word for it. Wouldn't that be like sort of illegal? You know, to keep a wild animal as a pet?
Because it's not a full-blooded dingo. It's mixed breed.
Ah, right.
How do you know it's half dingo, and how did you go about creating this animal?
I didn't. It was gifted to a relative. It's not my dog, actually. It just lives here.
Ironically, it was stolen as a baby.
Very possible. I don't know.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's great. Oh boy.
But no, like a dog.
Yes, a dingo is a type of dog.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, it's not a bell.
Oh. All right.
Mercy.
Yeah.
You know, they do domesticate dingoes, and they make great hunting dogs in Australia.
Yeah, they do.
The Aborigines have them for pets.
I wish they could bring back that the thylacine.
I have no
It-
idea what you're talking about.
It looks like a Great Dane, but it's a marsupial. And apparently they were indigenous dog-like animals that were in Australia when they first colonized it. But they tended to go after sheep, so hunters wiped them out. But they were really cool. There's videos of them on YouTube. Thylacine is pretty
Thylacines.
cool. Oh, so all right. So I get it. But yeah, and it has like stripes like a tiger, and it looks like a big Great Dane, or more like a really big greyhound, but with really big teeth.
Yeah, even though it was
terrifying.
it was considered a canine, they were calling it the Tasmanian tiger.
Oh yeah. They did call it the.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Its scientific name was thylacine.
But they
sounds like
say
a
there may
drug.
still be some some out in the more remote areas of Australia.
Actually,
which is-
they've been 2 videos shot last year that apparently shows them in the wild now.
Well, there's a lot of empty space in Australia for things to thrive. So, yeah.
Yes, that desert is vast. Lots of desert creatures. Desert.
And Sydney's not much better. Ooh.
That I know a lot about because it's considered a cryptid, and that's kind of my specialty. Monster hunting.
Ah, yes. All your videos are. What is that in the tree? I don't know what it was.
My favorite cryptid is the chupacabra, which is probably just a
Oh,
coyote.
those are awesome. Yeah. I think all of them are just like supposed to be hairless bears that have skin problems, and I'm like, ooh, okay.
I just love saying El Chupacabra, the goat sucker.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's great. Hey, Star. How you doing? He's in that fictional land of Australia we were just speaking of.
Ah,
Fallen
Yes,
Star.
there you
yes,
go.
yes.
The thylacine.
And I was just teasing when I was making fun of Australia, but all kidding aside.
I was not. Australia's not real. Okay. Except for Star, he's real,
Mercy.
definitely.
Mercy.
He lives in, I think, Mexico? Yeah.
I
That's
have
Australia
a
now.
strange number of friends who live in Australia. It's weird. I don't know how.
I
got
have
so many
family
friends
out
in
there,
Australia.
so I
Yeah.
understand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my dad's second youngest brother, Gary, his wife is from Tasmania. So, yes, I have family out there. And three of the two cousins that they had were born in Australia. Yes.
Cool. All right.
They have 4. Because they have 4 kids. So, you know what? 2 of them were born in Australia. There you go. They have dual citizenship and whatever. It's cool. Whatever. I don't talk to them.
No, they're in Tasmania.
Yeah. Right. Well, I think I once messaged one on Facebook one time, accidentally.
Accidentally Facebook somebody.
I thought they were somebody else, but they turned out to be somebody else. But they still knew who I was talking about, but they didn't know who I was. So I was like, oops.
That actually adds up. I can actually see that happening.
But right, yeah. Well, they were responding to my aunt's post, and I was like, oh, that must be her actual mom I met one time. Turns out was not. That mom is dead. Did not know. Anyways, and that was a stepmom. Had no idea.
Oops.
I'm like, oh, let's not cut international incidents in the family. Yikes. I was like, okay. Anyways, that wasn't a Thanksgiving story, but there was no war. It was great.
Well, why would there be a war over that? I mean,
Well, because like I guess my aunt doesn't like her stepmom or whatever it is now.
oh,
So I don't know. Look, I don't begin to understand.
drama.
Yeah, I was like, wow, I stepped into that. Oops, it was not good. Anyway, so all right,
Well, that kind of killed the conversation, didn't it?
I am so sorry.
So Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, I did a sort of incident. That's cool.
Yeah, indeed.
I mean, the
So-
American-Australia War hasn't happened yet, but I heard it's going to be great.
They'll win.
They lost to Emu. Are you kidding?
Emus win, okay? The bullets, and then they wasted more bullets than they killed the emus. So, wow. They had stormtrooper school there.
Near this little town called Williamston, there's this place, and it's got this big pasture full of emus. I don't know what they're doing with them, but emus everywhere.
Training them for war with Australia, of course.
My dad's second oldest brother, him and his wife one time had an emu farm for many years. Crazy. They hated them.
Eat them?
No, it was like collecting their oil or something from their feathers for ointment.
Damn
Oil.
emu.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It was too new age for me, and I was like, "Well, can we eat them? No, they're vicious. Wow, so you're not eating them, huh?" That's what I thought. Yeah,
Gotcha.
emus.
I've never seen an emu, so I have no idea.
They don't seem to be real pleasant creatures.
They're not. This is true. Like cassowaries. Very unpleasant.
Wasn't there a case a woman owned an ostrich farm? And I know an ostrich is different from an emu, but the big flightless bird. And she somehow fell into the enclosure and they killed her. But maybe 8
I mean, I
years
would
ago.
believe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
they're vicious. They're
I've
vicious.
been around ostriches. Yeah.
I mean, that'd be awful to be pecked to death, wouldn't it?
Well, it depends who's doing the pecking.
An ostrich. That'd be awful.
Yeah, that would be awful. That would be awful. There was years ago. There was a stand-up comedian who did a bit where he had a puppet emu, and he would act opposite the puppet. It was actually very, very funny. It used to be on Saturday mornings. I can't remember the guy's name to save my life.
Tony, that's your next song right there. Okay.
No
Wanna read
kidding. They can unzip tents. That's crazy. Zip the tents back up. Okay. All right.
There's some sarcasm in there.
Look, I could picture them unzipping it, but then zipping it back up. Okay. You see some animals doing some pretty crazy stuff to get the stuff they want. I mean, alligators can climb chain link fences.
Yeah, I saw that a few days ago too, or a month ago, whatever. I was like, oh, good to know.
But help me out here. They weren't in a tent. I thought they were sleeping under the stars because it was such a nice weather.
It's like
when they were
I think it was like one of those trailer things where it's like a half a trailer, half like a tent thing, and they had like the tent part unzipped.
Ah, yes, they had like an awning. Yeah,
I think it was something like that.
For
So
sure.
like So then the Deagles just came up and went, and then left. It was crazy.
But
then nobody believed her.
Getting back to that really hideous story we seem to be spending a lot of time talking about tonight.
I didn't bring it up.
The lady was finally exonerated, but there are still many who do believe that was the miscarriage of justice, that she in fact was guilty, and it kind of breaks my heart. I did see the movie with Sam Neill.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw the 60 Minutes Australia thing on it. It was crazy.
Yeah, as a native Floridian, don't mess with alligators, man. They can do anything.
Yeah,
yeah.
My uncle, I was out in his backyard once around dusk, and he warned me. He goes, "Careful for alligators." And I go, "What are you talking about?" He had like so many parts of Florida, they have like those drainage canals in the back, and I knew there were alligators in that, but I go, "But there's a fence," and he goes, "They can climb over chain link fences," and my spirit left my body. I'm like, "You're kidding me?" And he goes, "No, they can climb chain link fences." And every now and then you hear about some poor woman who loses her dog because she lets Fido out to hang out in the backyard, and Fido's gone, and there's an alligator just sitting there with this very guilty look on its face. So
I went out with my grandfather once when I was little, and we went fishing in this giant lake. and it seems like a perfectly clean lake. It doesn't look like swampy or anything. It's just a normal lake. And we would always like fish from the top of this little cliff. And I was always asking him, why don't we just go down to the water? And he said, you really want to know? And I'm like, yeah, I really want to know. So he grabbed some bait, threw it into the lake, and there's like 5 or 6 alligators just immediately jumped out of the water. He's like, that's why we do this from the cliff. Like, okay.
Well, good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't even like alligator.
I saw a video yesterday, man, of a wolf pulling in a fishing basket where they fish trap and taking the fish out of it. This
Wow.
wolf was fishing, man.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
We don't have wolves out here.
What, alligators?
No, I said wolves.
Oh, wolves.
You got wolves in
Wolf,
California.
alligator.
No, I mean like out here in Temecula. Like I don't think we have wolves out
They're
here.
in Northern California where the
Yeah.
mountains are.
Thank
Well,
you,
we got-
Rod Hull.
we have
Thank you.
alligator.
All the fires, you may not have them no more.
Well, yeah, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any wolves around here either.
You don't
Yeah,
stop.
I don't have alligators or crocodiles either. That's crazy. I know.
We have no alligators on Cape Cod either. Although there was a rumor there was one a few years ago. The rumor was some schlub brought one up from the Everglades or wherever and released it into a lake. And it for the summer it'd be fine. It would have frozen to death the first winter. But there was this rumor that this lake had an alligator in it, and so no one swam in that lake. You know?
Every once in a while, we'll get one that like swam up the Mississippi or something around here, but not very often. And people freak out. I'm like, what? It's like a single alligator. It's probably not even that big. Who cares?
So, Gail,
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody
Although-
cares if little Bobby goes missing.
we have what we call like salt lakes, which are really little inlets where it's really just the sea comes in. It makes like a little teeny tiny bay, and sharks get in there all. I was wondering if you were going to turn your light back on. Sharks get in there all the time.
It's the sun went down. I just turned my light on.
Oh, is that what happened? I was
Yeah,
wondering.
I'm
I was
in the
getting
past.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the past.
anyway-
I'm awful. I am so sorry.
People swim in these little inlets, and you get sharks in there, people. Just so you know. But we've been lucky so far.
Yeah, but if you're gonna go take a dip in the Mississippi, I think an alligator is the least of your worries. It's the
Yeah.
freaking Mississippi. Don't do that.
I've been to the Colorado River. That was cold.
That old man river, that old man river. That's all I'll do.
Yeah, there's always alligators in the sewer. Everybody's like, and they flushed an alligator so you go down there and get eaten. Says every kid ever.
But they stopped selling alligators by mail 50 years ago. So where are these new alligators coming from? You know,
The mail finally got there. What do you mean?
my dad and his brothers did that once, and the alligator got loose. And when my father tells the story, he goes, "Try going to sleep with an alligator loose in your room."
A few years ago, there was a massive hurricane that went through Central Florida, and there was a lot of flooding. And there's this place in Central Florida called Gatorland, where they keep a whole bunch of different kinds of alligators. And during the flooding was so bad it actually went over the fences. The fences had barbed wire on them, but still, like, it went over the fences. So all the alligators just swam out into the wild, into Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando, best place for alligators.
You make a movie out of that on Sci-Fi?
Probably. Sci-Fi does that kind of stuff all the time. But this was pretty recent. This is only like 2 or 3 years ago.
I think at one of the Disneyland attractions, a kid got eaten by an alligator.
Yeah, that's a true
Florida.
story. That's a true story.
Yeah.
They tried to sue the park, and the park's like, "Look, it's a natural body of water." And that's what alligators do. They will, because there's like so many little tiny lakettes. They get out of one, run to the next one, stay there for a little bit, and they like hip hop, and they can actually like move
Gators
across
ain't
the
no
state
joke,
that
boy.
way. But-
You know, I saw a video last year of this old lady walking her dog by this lake, and this gator just come out and snatched her and drug her in the lake.
It was the dog, wasn't it? I saw grab the dog.
No, it got the old lady and drug her in the
It
lake.
took the old lady. I don't recall seeing the old lady. I saw it took a
Oh.
dog, but
And
I'll take
that's
your word
why I
for it.
don't go outside.
Ever
Just in case.
there,
And then the dog
I
was
don't know.
free.
There's a part of Australia. There was a golf course by the ocean and there was some kind of storm, and it caused the ocean to sort of overrun the golf course, and then but it receded. But there was a water trap on the golf course, and when the waters receded, afterwards there were sharks in the golf trap, and they stayed there for years later. And I go, wow,
That's a heck of a water trap.
I don't know if the shark
Play
is
it where
still
it
there.
lies, even if it's on top of the alligator or the shark. I mean,
Shark, the shark gator, the gator shark.
All right. That's a new
And
sci-fi
somebody
movie.
would go down
Not
with the
good.
club and try to take the shot off the shark's back.
Yes.
I keep thinking about that freaking movie where the guy, Happy Gilmore, where the guy
Yeah.
had his hand bit off by the alligator on the golf course.
Yeah. And he gives his friend the head of the alligator. He just falls out the window and dies.
when I was a kid, it was that scene from Romancing the Stone where the guy's like holding the stone over the alligators and they like bite his hand off. That always got me. Yeah.
I think there was a 007 one or something like that with alligators, like 8 people or something.
Well, there was
know.
there Live and Let Die where Roger
Yeah.
Moore actually did
Yeah.
like, walk on alligators. Like he really did it.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's better
insane.
than jumping the shark.
And
Yeah.
but I believe Jigsaw, the guy's bodyguard, his bodyguard, he had one arm, and I believe the idea is that the prosthetic was the result of him losing his arm to an
That's
alligator.
what he said. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen that movie in so many years, though. I have to watch that movie again now. I'm sorry.
I
It's
watch
one of my
all the
favorite
James
ones.
Bond movies like every couple of years. I'll just go through the whole thing. I'll just marathon.
It's one of
them all.
my favorite things to watch on Thanksgiving itself is all the James Bond. Like there was a while there on Sci-Fi where they were doing that like every year for Thanksgiving, just all the James Bond, right? And I would have it on all the time. Then they switch it up sometimes. And they put on Twilight Zone, and I have that on. And we don't have cable anymore. I don't know why.
But what a great American tradition, watching James Bond films.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very good. I mean, how else do you think I get all my spy knowledge?
One of the funniest things they ever did on The Simpsons was it was the dream episode where Lisa's dreaming about marrying her husband, and he's English, and he has to introduce The Simpsons to his English parents, who were very prim and proper. And he goes, "Well, here goes nothing." And Homer goes, "You know what I love about England? Those James Bond films. Those are really good." And he goes, "Yes, that wasn't so bad, now was it?" And I go,
Oh yeah,
there's
Tony,
nothing-
you're right. Pitfall. I forgot all about Pitfall. I used to play the heck out of
Da,
Yeah,
da, da,
and, that commercial had
Jack Black.
Jack Black in it.
Jack
and,
Black. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, wow. And then you see Jack Black doing Neverending Story 3, and you're like, never mind. Oh, that's a terrible movie. Ugh.
Pitfall Harry was a fun game. It really was.
It was great.
Oh, Pitfall's fun. That was a lot of fun.
We had this
It's
like
basically a
pizza
shape-
shop / arcade near our house, and we'd go there and I'd play Pitfall and eat pizza. It's good times, man.
Yeah, every childhood dream right there.
Yeah.
I agree. Me too.
I miss. That's what I think I love. Well, not most about the 80s, but I do love the 80s. Is that like pizza shops always had one or two little arcade games, and you could just sort of like.
That
You know,
still
make-
kind of exists. Like if you go to a CC's Pizza or something, but A, the pizza's terrible, and B, the games also are terrible. So
She's don't have business out here.
MHCC, how you doing, folks? And I've been trying to stay on top of everyone else who's been like sneaking into the chat. If I missed anybody again, terribly sorry. Say something in the comments, and I'll be sure to say something to shout out to you.
Yeah, and thank you, Jeff, for always dropping everybody's links in the chat on my side, because he's wrenching over there. Anyways, thank you for that. It helps everybody, find new stuff to watch and entertainment and growth and blah, 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 blah. We know. Okay.
Game Town Pizza. That's what it was called. It was called Game Town Pizza. That was the name of the place. It was great. They had Dig Dug. They had Pitfall. They had various versions of Pac-Man. They had the old vector graphic Star Wars, like the one that you would actually like sit down and do the trench run. That was so cool. But it was there was always somebody in it. I never really got a chance.
Oh, I've never played it, but I watched people play it a lot. It was great.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, those graphics are amazing. And I look at it now, I'm like,
It was the most mind-blowing thing in the universe when I was a kid.
Back in the day.
Yes.
Yeah, right on.
This
Money
was like
Pit.
pre-Nintendo, even like maybe around the same time as the Nintendo. Yeah.
I think it was still the 2600 was king at that time.
Yeah.
I think the Nintendo came out like a couple years later, but
I love
close.
ColecoVision was my favorite. I even had my own ColecoVision at one time. But yeah, I love ColecoVision. They had a Mousetrap, which is their variation of Pac-Man. Beat that game because it only goes so fast. Yeah, when you max it out and it doesn't go any faster, you're like, well, I beat it. I beat Smurfs too.
What are you, Gargamel?
But no,
I remember
it's Smurf.
playing on the Atari. It was Yar's Revenge or Zaxxon.
I love Zaxxon. Oh my gosh.
So great.
I've never beaten past that first level.
And I tried really hard to play that ET game when it came out. The one that like killed
Yeah.
the industry. Yeah.
That was
game
an amazing
bonkers.
choice.
Didn't make any
You're like-
sense.
Right, yeah. That's incredible.
There was this one Atari game that I must have spent hours of my life trying to beat called River Raid.
Oh yeah, I know that game.
You
Yeah.
got this little airplane, you go down to try to bomb these little ships and stuff down these
Yep.
god awful little canals and rivers.
Yeah, and
It
if
was
you like
awful.
deviate just a little bit, you crash for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember playing that game religiously for hours trying to beat it. It was like an obsession.
I got really
Yeah.
addicted to asteroids, where you just like spin around and you're like shooting all the asteroids, and every time you shoot one, it splits off.
That
into
I was
is
two.
a
really
great
good at that one.
game.
Dun, dun. Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
My
I'm a-
favorite arcade game was one called Defender. I was really good at that too.
Where you pick up the like, yeah. Those.
Love Defender.
Good times.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
miss the arcade.
I miss the sounds of Zaxxon so bad. Those sounds just popped into my head now, and I'm just like reliving the nostalgic factor of that sound. All those sounds, especially the crashy sound. Oh, that sound.
I just remember when I could finally get them games on my little home console and I played them to death.
Oh,
But I didn't pay a quarter a piece after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of quarters in them games, buddy.
We as a family would all get together and play ColecoVision back in the early, 80s, right? And then we'd have a thing called joystick thumb afterwards because you're sitting there trying to do this the whole time. Oh, those controllers are
One
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely just afterwards. It's like, okay, it's something you're like, I don't think I can right now.
I was going through my comic collection the other day because one of my coworkers, I guess her brother is really into old comic books, and I guess he likes Frazetta. So I was looking to see if I had any old Frazetta. I don't actually, but what I did find, I had a couple episodes of this magazine called Vidiot. Video games were so big at one point they were actually producing magazines so that gamers could actually read about what was going on in the arcades. What games were
That's
big,
cool.
what games were coming out, what games were has-been, that type of thing. Crazy.
Cool. I had a
Like-
subscription to Nintendo Power when that was a thing.
Nerd.
Yeah, I was a nerd. Yeah. No
But
denying
it's
that.
just
I look at it all
amazing
the
how
time.
important arcades were at one point. It was like really it was a subculture.
Totally, man.
Yeah. You know what I always wanted was the Power Glove. So bad.
It's Paul Rudd who advertised that one.
Yeah, that was in that movie Wizard or something like
Yeah.
that.
And
So
there's a really
Oh my
terrible Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Yeah.
Oh,
Now
it's
you're
just-
playing with power.
I had cousins.
with power.
I had cousins that had the Super Nintendo, and they had the bazooka thing for it, right?
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
thing.
That's awesome, right
Yeah.
on, right?
It was great. Like the
So,
Super 6 or
I was
something
always
like
thinking,
that. I
like,
don't
how
remember.
cool it'd be to have the Power Glove, right, and the bazooka, right? You're like, so bad, right? You're just like, it's a superhero. Yeah, I nerd too.
That thing was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, there was a song about a pinball wizard named Tommy.
Yeah, that's a great movie too. Actually,
Well, that's
like
because he was, even though he lacked all sensory abilities, he could still play pinball.
Yeah, deaf, dumb, and blind kid.
yeah,
Or
I know.
Pinball.
Yeah. So we
Yeah,
had
which
no
is funny
excuse.
because it's funny you mentioned pinball too, because I remember when I was a kid, they were trying to ban arcades because they said it was becoming a haven for
Yeah, so they said out here too. Yeah.
It was a national thing. It was a big thing. My grandmother subscribed to it. My grandfather used to laugh because he goes, when I was a kid, towns were trying to ban pinball machines for the exact same argument.
Yeah. Like Lake Elsinore had an arcade, right? And it got shut down because there was a bad crime problem. But Elsinore, Lake Elsinore, what did you expect? So they moved out to Temecula, which is a richy area that doesn't have all that crime like it does in Lake Elsinore.
Well, not to say that they were right.
Well, anyways.
I do remember being a teenager and going down to the old BW arcade to score a dime bag from One-Legged Bill.
We all did that.
The story
We all
goes
knew
they,
One-Legged Bill.
Yeah,
the story goes they closed the Chuck E. Cheese on Cape Cod because teenagers were going there to buy drugs. that was the inside story.
You know what's really funny is like, that place sells beer and wine, okay? I've never seen anybody drink it, but then there's one time a couple came in there and they ordered a beer and a wine, right? And there was floaties from it, right? And they served it in a plastic cup too. And I was like, so that looks exactly like the kids' cup. It could be apple juice for all I know. Anyways, they didn't like it because it was all flat and gross. I'm like, who changes those kegs or whatever? Like, what is this? And that was weird.
What was really good one was if you called in your order, you could get your weed in the drive-through at Hardee's.
Oh,
You're kidding?
I swear to God.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's life in a small town, buddy.
well, I mean, you
That's
can
too
sell
funny.
anywhere. It's
I
crazy.
can tell that story now because it's 30 years later. The store's not there, and everybody involved is dead.
Oh, drugs?
But back in the day, weed was easy. You just went to Hardee's.
Yeah.
And you can
I love it.
handle the munchies at the same time. Yeah.
Emily never had to pay for her bags. Yeah. And Mrs. Thrash always jokes that she said before we were married, she never realized you had to buy drinks in bars either.
Wow.
Wait, you have to pay for drinks? Well.
And yeah, Tony, you're
Love
right.
you.
Paul Rudd does also did the ad for the Switch 2 recently. And the funny thing is he hasn't aged a day.
You
He's a
time
lizard
travelers.
Yes, lizard person. There you go. He's a lizard person.
Well, tell you, we've seen them all different time periods. It's
I'm a
crazy.
robot. Stop it.
Look, whatever.
You're not a robot. You can tell which ones are bridges by the photo.
That's true. Yes.
Which of these are bridges?
Yeah.
And the trick is that Cheech Marin was one of them. The best I could do on such short notice. Anyway,
We're here all week.
God willing.
Well, anyway, that was a great Thanksgiving topic there, Pons.
But like I
Good
say,
job.
we have a tangent. I was going to say 90% of the time we never even talk about what we're supposed to talk about. The only time we ever put this much effort into it was when we had nothing to talk about.
It's like the harder the topic, the more we try.
No, man, I didn't know where to start. I think we came up
We
with
should do everything possible. Maybe next time we come back in 2 weeks or something, you actually have a real topic. Just saying.
All right.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing that
Okay.
happened to you 2 weeks after Thanksgiving.
That's a good one. I'd be like,
This is
well,
the part where I usually throw it out to the people in the chat. What would you guys like us to talk about? And then I write it down without actually reading what
What do
I'm
you want to talk about?
writing, and then I can't read what I wrote later on.
oh, that's
Yeah,
Great, Pons.
now you're quoting wrestler punchlines.
I am.
A famous wrestler named Cody Rhodes, his big line is, what do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
Oh, I wouldn't have known that. I'm sorry. I thought it was. I can't read what I wrote, which sounds like something Steve Austin would say. Oh, oh.
They're all a little brain damaged. To be
Sorry,
fair.
Dan.
well, look. I'm in
Roddy
California.
Piper, God rest. Roddy Piper, towards the end was he had a recurring character on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and basically he played a wrestler who was just gone.
Yeah.
But look,
And he
a
was
few fits.
hysterical. Yeah. He was very
Mm.
funny. Mercy. But while we're on this, I hope everyone does have a very good Thanksgiving, by the way. And I hope you all wish.
Yeah, I have
I
zero
agree.
plans, so it should be great.
I'm looking forward to another quiet Thanksgiving with my family, where I will.
Well,
make
I'll have to send you some memes. Change that.
And if
like,
I don't
ah.
reply for a few days, it's just because I'm not on Facebook all the time.
That's so weird. What? My phone's been working. I freed up a bunch of memory. It's working better right now. It's amazing.
It's funny, both you and Damien. I replied to both of you yesterday, and both of you were like, "I thought you were mad at me because you weren't talking to me." I wasn't
It's
on
unlike you to
Facebook
go
for a few
that
days.
long
I'm
without
sorry.
saying something weird to me or showing me something weird.
What-
That's
what-
I had
pretty
a cold.
hard.
What do you want?
One thing I'm always worried about is
with cold.
Mrs. Thresh is on Facebook a lot. She's discovered Facebook. She absolutely loves it. Emily,
I've heard of this.
she said you had a couple of really amazing posts today, by the way. I must concur they were very funny. Not appropriate for this channel, but still very funny. But anyway, I'm always worried because people will sometimes instant message me while she's on it, and she doesn't answer because she's not me, and I'm always afraid people will think I'm ignoring them, and it's like, I can see he's on there. Why isn't he answering me? Oh, because that's not me. That's Mrs. Thrash. And I will answer later. Because, Sarah, that's one thing I got to say about you is anything. It's uncanny. Like, I'll see you message me like 2 hours ago, and I'll send a response, and then like, boom, and before I can pull my finger away, you've already responded to the response. Like you were like waiting.
She's real fast
Like,
on that.
like, ah,
Like, this is my phone. Everything is on my phone. My computer doesn't have any of that stuff, right? So if I'm doing anything, it's because I have my phone in my hand and I get a notification that you did it. I don't just wait in your DMs going, come on, because I was there all week and I got anything done waiting for Geek to respond to me at all. But trust me, please, it's just notification. I go,
I have learned that when I reply to Sarah, I keep it open because she's gonna reply immediately.
Well, yeah, it might be something incredibly funny I have to respond to, like always.
Once or twice, I was just on Facebook just to answer my messages, and then I go to click off, and just like I go to click off, oh, there she is.
Yeah, I had the Spidey sense tingling, and I was like, oh no! I need to know a thing. And I got it done.
Danny's the smart one. He's not on Facebook.
Yeah, but I got his text messaging, so he just doesn't respond to that either. He's in the same
While
boat
we're on
as
the
you, right?
subject, I can't remember if I responded to your last text, but yes, I had heard of whatever it was you asked me if I heard about it. I feel so bad because Dan, a lot of times when you text me, I'm at work, and like I can't like do anything while I'm at work. And then later I'm like, okay, well, did I text him back or did I not? Is this something else? Is this something?
Well, I know you got a life, and I don't expect an immediate response.
One thing thank you, but I do try to get back, and I forget it's only because I confuse easy. One thing I was really surprised about, and perhaps we could have like a moment for this poor guy. This actually made big news all around the state. Someone told me it actually made national news, but either way, there was some work. They're digging a new drainage system on Cape Cod for the sewer project they have going on, and one of the workers fell into a sinkhole, and despite all persistent efforts to rescue him, he didn't make it.
Oh.
And that's what I thought you were referring to, because like when the plane landed on the beach, you were like an hour later, hey, Pons, did you hear about this? So I thought that's what you were referring to. But yeah, unfortunately, this one guy did not make it in. And I don't know if you guys know this, I have an unnatural fear of sinkholes.
That was one of my childhood fears growing up in Florida, because there are sinkholes everywhere. And just like one would just open up and swallow me one day, you know?
I get like anxiety thinking about it.
I feel the same way about all this quicksand in the swamps around here.
You actually have quicksand?
Yeah, I'll get you two boys. Zap, you go.
When I was in Boy Scouts,
I was in the woods. I was in the woods one day doing a video where I was investigating where somebody saw something, and this damn deer run into quicksand, and before I could get the camera on him, it sucked him down and he was gone. Just within a second, man. It's like the fastest. It was like a second and a half. He hit the mud and he was gone, man. Just down under, bubbling.
That's terrifying.
Like, oh, I ain't walking over there.
Yeah, when I was a Boy Scout, we had this. We called it the Mud Trail, where like we would take usually people who had just joined, like fresh Boy Scouts. The
that
newbies.
sounds weird.
we would take them to the mud trail and we would make them walk. There's this one part where it looks like a flat surface, but it's all mud and it's sloped down. So like the more you walk, the deeper you get into it. And by the time you get to the end of it, because there was a log or something at the end, we said you just have to go touch that log and walk back. You would be up to like here in mud. It was brutal. And you know, they would come back to camp and they would just be covered in mud, and it was like in all of their orifices. It was just everywhere. So that was our initiation rites for new Boy Scouts.
Yeah, I wouldn't be in your club, buddy.
No, we only accepted the most hardcore.
Yeah.
We were pyromaniacs as well. So.
Oh yeah, but everybody just blows up lighters and fires. It's just everybody does that.
One of the guys in my camp actually did throw batteries into a fire and regretted it. It got in his eyes and stuff. So yeah.
Oh yeah, well that's
We
what you
were
just
bad.
throw lighters. It's not as drastic.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The spiders pop too. It's crazy.
yeah, we used to just
Spiders?
throw them up in the air and let them like crash down on the asphalt and they would explode.
Spiders?
Spiders,
Really?
yeah. Yeah,
Ah,
you'd like
okay.
throw them way high up in the air, and if they land on asphalt, they'll explode. They'll just like burst.
Oh, well, I never picked them up to throw them. I just don't know.
Step on them.
Yeah.
No, you see some on a stick, and then you put the stick in the fire. That's all.
Anyway,
They pop.
I'm gonna
Well, I
have
have
nightmares,
you.
guys.
I'm gonna have to go find some spiders.
I'm not. It wasn't that I was a Boy Scout. It's that I am an Eagle Scout. That's what they teach you to say.
Ooh, la di da.
Yeah,
Ah, yeah,
I got
well,
my eagle. Yeah.
My
All right.
Also, Order of
my
the
daughter's-
Arrow.
Coming.
One of my
Whoa.
daughter's best
Where's
friends
I
that?
was
was
an
a
Eagle
Cub
Scout.
Scout too.
You were?
Yeah, I was a Cub Scout, a Boy Scout, and an Eagle Scout all in my life,
Not a Weebelo.
and ROTC.
I did IOTC. Yeah,
ROTC.
woo! I learned twice in it even.
Anyway, I gotta go, guys. So
I was going to say, we're coming up the hour and a half mark.
Yeah,
Guys.
the birds are screaming.
For a show with no topic, I thought we did very well.
Hey,
and
I
I
thought it
want
was
to thank
fun.
everyone
We had
for
a good
joining
time.
us tonight.
yeah,
I had fun. I always have fun. These guys are great.
and thanks for everybody in the chat. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
I have
And
to
I'll
say
see you
it
guys
was a
next
really
week.
good show. It was a great show. I was expecting a turkey, but it didn't turn out that way.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, right?
And I am
We
doing
are-
a show next Sunday, by the way. There will be a Sunday night show next week.
Do you have
Awesome.
a topic yet?
And let's try to come up with a
No.
really good topic.
And next week,
Really
topic,
good
stay
topic
tuned.
for
Well,
awesome
no, man.
monsters.
Monster. We always
All
talk
right.
about monsters.
Monsters.
Peace out.
Bye.
Sit right back, it's time to show. With Pons and Dan in a TV flow. Geeks for sure with tales to tell. Every Sunday is pretty swell. Good times here, you'll want some more. Remember days you can't ignore. Kids and family, friends so dear. Join us now, the crew is here. Party on at the Save the World with Sarah at their side. Oh go. Sunday's fun with joy and cheer. Flip side, flip, flip, so revere. Movie shows from days gone by. Epic moments never die. Internet was such a blast. Fun with friends, let's make it last. Time to laugh and time to chat. Geek out hard and that's a fact. Sarah's here to add the spice. Memories that feel so nice. Party on at the Save the World with Sarah at their side. Oh go. Sunday's fun with joy and cheer. Flip side, flip, flip, so revere. Don't be on a crash, save the world with Sarah at their side. Oh girl, Sunday gone by. Epic moments never die. Internet was such a blast. Fun with friends, let's make it last. Time to laugh and time to chat. Geek out hard and that's a fact. Sarah's here to add the spice. Memories that feel so nice. Party on!